It's early Saturday morning as our weekend inventors raise their shed doors. Once again, they're about to be given an everyday household appliance that they'll need to make bigger, better, faster and stronger.
Yes.
The jug.
There's now wrong with the jug, really.
Because it's the noise I don't like. Especially if you put it on your bench above the crockery or the cutlery drawers and you boil the jug trying to do stealth tea or coffee.
Oh, you'd never do
And it
that.
shakes everything.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, you boiled the kettle. Make me one. A cup of tea is a beautiful thing if you have someone to make it for you. If not, it simply takes far too long and gentlemen have better things to do with their time.
Yeah.
You have one weekend to make the domestic jug bigger, better, faster, stronger. You will use the jug to not only make a cup of tea in the shortest time possible, but also perform a chore that is worthy of a man's time.
Interesting. So we're making a cup of tea and the jug is also doing something else for us, which is...
Something else other than just rumbling on the bench.
Kind of manly.
But first they'll need to select their team members. Most have a level of experience that will prove indispensable, apart from, of course, the wild card, who may just be more of a hindrance than a help. This week, there is a fiberglass fabricator, a couple of mechanical engineers, a demolition contractor, and the wild card, a model.
This guy looks like he's ready to sit back and have a cup of tea, so I choose you, sir. I want a cup of tea, I want to put my feet up. Male model. Nice to meet you.
Beautiful.
I've never actually been in a workshop or used tools in my life at all.
This challenge involves multitasking, eh, Paigey? So I need a woman. I choose this one. Fiberglass fabricator.
That's a
Very good.
So I do custom kits on cars and panel beating, painting, mechanical work, all sorts. Yeah.
Okay, I see your lady and I raise you one. I choose...
Sounded creepy
come on
coming from
board.
you, though.
No, not really. And that is a good team member.
Well done.
Nice to meet you. Welcome on
Good
board.
choice.
Name, Sam, short for Samantha, and occupation is mechanical engineer.
I choose you. The hippie guy. Yes. What do we got here? Mechanical engineer. Yeah, what a team.
I modify my own vehicles, panel paint, welding, electrical.
Well, who we missed out on?
Show us what you got.
Demolition contractor.
Explosive guy. He did look kind of twitchy.
Okay, guys.
Come on over to the shed, guys.
The teams head into their sheds, where they'll have a weekend to turn a jug into something much more awe-inspiring, which can also accomplish a secondary handyman task.
What's the fastest way you can make hot water?
Try steaming it somehow, or
Steaming hot water.
you can use it for steaming carpets, or maybe engine cleaning, or...
That's good. So theoretically, if we made a big bunch of steam as fast as we could, a little bit of it could go off and somehow make tea, and the rest of it could go and do some way cooler thing.
While Paigey ponders the powerful properties of steam, Coleman's team focus on all things dangerous.
Scooter, motorbike.
One of those petrol line trimmer thingies.
Outboard off a boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about a chainsaw?
Yeah,
love a
chainsaw would
chainsaw.
work.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
It's definitely manly.
Yeah.
It's quite small and compact
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
So we could probably get in and modify it and without too much of a hassle and be easy and make things to go around it.
Wallpaper. When we get a tradesman into your house and they take the wallpaper off, back to the jib.
And it's
This is
gonna
a
take
way.
time.
Yes, you know how they always say, I'll do that, I'll strip your wallpaper, and they do half an hour's work and then spend half an hour making tea?
And drinking it. This way
Now
you
they
can
have
feed
no
them the
excuse.
tea as you go.
Exactly.
Team Paigey plan on harnessing the power of steam to remove both wallpaper and make a cup of tea. They start with a cylinder of cold water, which is pressurised by compressed air. This pressure will feed the water upwards through a copper pipe. The pipe is heated with a gas torch, boiling the water and turning it to steam. This steam rises through a pipe where it reaches a T-junction. Half the steam will go to the wallpaper steamer, the other half will be directed to a condenser. Here the steam is cooled and changes back to water, where it's used to make tea.
Water source into
bottom of it.
Chainsaw.
Cool.
Yep.
Coleman's team settle on the chainsaw for a dangerous secondary task. They've come up with a plan for a complicated heat exchange system. They will take a chainsaw and grind off the engine cooling fins so that it will overheat. By creating a sealed water jacket around this hot engine, they hope to be able to run cold water through and transfer the heat from the engine to the water. A water cylinder will be pressurised using an air compressor to feed the water through the system.
Chainsaw.
Time for the teams to write up their shopping lists of all the things they'll need for their designs.
Do you reckon you could source all that, Richie?
I reckon I can.
Go, Richard.
Get into it.
Let's go, you can drive. You can drive.
It's not a manual, is it?
Paigey sends Sam off with a thoroughly detailed set of instructions that are in no way vague with quantities.
Get heaps of copper, pipey stuff.
The turny bit, the
Yeah,
coil,
that.
get that.
That's the spirit. Nice. There.
Time to wait, and although he chose the wild card, Paigey is keen to make the most of it by getting some rudimentary modelling lessons.
Okay, now first shot we'll do is you're just about to hammer the nail in, and one of your work colleagues just over here has just said the funniest thing in the world ever. Big cheesy smile. Here we go. Cheesy. Keep the hammer still though. They're trying to capture a shot of you. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it's a stills.
Yeah, it's a stills one. Okay.
Do you usually use bags or loose leaf?
Definitely bags.
Yeah.
Not enough time for leaf.
Yeah, I usually go with the bag. But you sort of feel like you're having a proper cup of tea when you have loose leaf.
Get your
but
feet out, yeah.
It's messy though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Grab the bandsaw, get that on. Okay, and I'll get the light adjusted and just turn around. It's a real sort of caught unawares look. Just right past the camera.
Ready?
Okay, and 3, 2, 1, action.
Hearing the sound of a ute returning, the teams rush to see who'll be into their build first. This time it's Coleman's team that's come up trumps.
Fantastic. What do we got? Oh, the chainsaw. Awesome.
Emboldened, Coleman mentions numerous times what it is they'll be working on.
Chainsaw.
Coleman's team immediately get to work, disassembling their chainsaw and drilling holes for the hoses that will carry the water.
Good work. Handbrake on. Let's watch out. I think we've got some glass in here. Oh, wow. Wow, is this all glass? Yeah. Nice. All right, let's crank it.
Hey guys, a quick confession. I just got to let you know that I failed science and I failed metalwork at school.
Just look good.
Yep.
While Paigey's team start bending copper, Coleman works on cutting the fins off a radiator so that it can fit inside the chainsaw's manifold.
So we've got to get that fitting inside of it neatly, and it doesn't matter about the width that way.
That way, yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No, work the treat.
One.
Can you make sure there's a couple of pads on that thing? On me backpack?
How manly do you want to be?
Very. Okay. You're right, you're right. So...
Next door, Paigey is a little more animated. He's found an inelegant but effective solution to mould their copper piping.
Because we've got heaps of copper, we can just do a short test.
Yeah. Are we going to have it sitting up this way or are we going to have it facing down?
I'm just burning steel.
Copper.
All right, good. That's it, you got fire. Now move it along, like that. More. Yeah, it's good, it's boiling. Yes, yeah. Keep it moving. Wicked. That's good. Safe, turn that, put that, that'll be really hot. I've got gloves on. You're squeezing that for more pressure, yeah? Look at this. Hot. How you were timing it, eh?
Took us 35 seconds.
Okay, but that was only half power of this, so I can crank that up more.
If you were full power and we used 2 burners, so that'll be quadruple the power.
And just
we
about
should
instant
theoretically
tea.
35 seconds divided by 4. What is that? 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah.
That's great. That's the time it takes to get the cup out. 1001, 1002. Yep. Wow, brilliant. Almost.
While Paigey is happy with his initial test, Coleman's team are behind, busy gluing on the gaskets to create a watertight seal on the chainsaw engine, hoping it will soon be ready for testing.
Last thing we want to do is to put the pressure on all the water comes in, it squirts all the goo back out. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Doesn't look like there's any gaps.
Good.
The teams are slowly getting through their first day, trying to make a jug work faster, while also completing a practical secondary task. Paige's team have chosen to peel wallpaper while making a cuppa, and Michael, the male model, is helping out by having a go at welding.
Yeah, the welding was quite fun, more for a nerve factor. I mean, it just scares the crap out of me.
Stop!
So I'm pretty pleased that it went well, and Sam seemed impressed.
Nice. But it's mounted it.
of welding.
That's fantastic.
Cool.
That's pretty good work.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Right, that's sweet-tastic. Okay.
Predictably, Coleman is going to chainsaw at the same time as he heats water. His tea brewing backpack is already looking quite impressive, if a little dangerous.
Okay, let's try this.
Pressurised gas and boiling hot water don't usually belong on a man's back.
That's good. Where's that? What's that at?
65.
Crank it up to 80.
Cool, let's go.
It's probably a bit dangerous in my shed, eh?
Okay, so we'll just put this in here.
Paigey is busy moulding a handle for the applicator which will steam the wallpaper off the wall, something he's very proud of.
Sam, steamer.
Oh, me.
Nice.
Yeah, so that with a nozzle on it, steam action.
Excellent.
Yeah, be wicked. Just be really wicked. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Hey, Greg.
Just turn the dials. Get out of the shed, bro. Get out of the shed before I do something I'll regret. Just turn the dials. Unplug them. Stay out. Oh, that guy is tall. Just look what he did.
Redraw it.
Look.
It's the wet look. It's in. It's great.
Invigorated by his own immaturity, Coleman leads his team in reassembling their chainsaw.
I reckon it's going to work like a dream. Yeah. Put the blade on.
Cool, done.
Let's hook it up. Go.
Coleman's team are now ready for their first test. They are pumping water past the chainsaw's motor to heat it, but need to make sure that their seals don't leak into the chainsaw body.
On. Stand by. Oh, that's really seizing up, though.
Oh, dripping out the bottom of it.
Hang on, there's water coming out of the carburetor.
Water just got everywhere, carburetor, electrics. It was just seeping out of every single gap there was, pretty much. We were pretty gutted about that.
Water coming out here.
Yeah, I reckon one of those gaskets hasn't sealed quite properly, so it's leaking past the water jacket into the inside of the engine.
That is stuffed. We're never going to get that started.
Got to rip it all apart, get all the glue out, clean it all out, dry it all out, see where it's actually leaking from, see if we can fix that up. But it's not going to be an easy task. It's a lot of water.
It's never going to work, is it?
Nah, that didn't work.
I wonder if the electrics are fine as well. That's the thing.
What about if we use copper pipe? And with the heat, that'll heat the copper, obviously the water inside. Wrap that around.
Round and round inside the exhaust manifold.
Yeah. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah,
I that one.
No,
That's a
there's
great
lots of heat
idea.
coming out of the exhaust, so we can extract some of it and put it into the copper pipe and heat the water up that way.
While Coleman's team turn to the heat-conducting properties of copper to save them, there's also a little bit of heat in Paigey's shed.
Working with Michael, strutting around, doing his catwalk pose, and Paigey, he loves to get all the noisy machinery out, make it look quite manly, like he's doing something.
Paigey's team make some last-minute adjustments to their elaborate copper and glass construction and take it out for its first test.
And 3, 2, 1, lift.
We've kind of got it happening where it's being heated up by the torch and then it's travelling across the top, coming down the tube, so it's turning into steam to start with, and then it's being condensed back and it's dripping out the bottom as what we want to make tea.
That's it. Water on. Yes, that's it. Keep it going. This needs to be capped. Look at this, look, condensing. That is fantastic. Wow, that is stunning.
Paigey, you got wet pants there, brother.
Oh, I couldn't even tell because I've got this warm cup of tea that I just made.
What is that anyway? Why does it have the...
Well, it's a device that makes tea in under 3 seconds.
And what else does it do? Because that's the thing, we have to make something else. Maybe a little more time making a cup of tea, less time making a bong?
No, we would never do that. Not in Team Paigey. Say no to drugs, say yes to good inventions. Guys.
Inside?
It worked beautifully. Yeah, okay, ready? That almost crushed you in half.
Meanwhile, Coleman's team busy themselves with tea bags and plastic tubing, considering the delivery system of their hopefully hot tea.
The hole at the bottom?
Well, I don't know. I reckon the paper of the tea bag acts as a mesh anyway.
Okay.
And I reckon that'll be right.
How long do we want this pipe?
Well, you got to weigh out how far away you want to be from the actual chainsaw while you have a cup of tea, and how quickly it's going to cool, depending on the length of the tube.
Yes.
It's plastic, so plastic is insulating, so it's not like copper that will radiate the heat. So once it's warm, it'll hold the heat quite well.
I'd advise we probably make it as long as we possibly can, not to mention the fact
We
it's
can
nice to have a cup of tea as far away from a whirring chainsaw
From a
blade.
sweaty worker.
That's right.
Yeah.
With the evening ahead, Pagey is maybe spending a bit too much time twisting copper piping. While Coleman, under the gun, has a lot to do before the big challenge tomorrow, but remains philosophical. Or deluded, depending on which way you look at
I'm
it.
kind of pleased we had that accident, because this is a far better system. Hey, this is way better.
It is.
Less
Yes.
risk.
See what happens? Mistakes, silver lining.